O God of all creation, bless this our land and nation. No, bless this our land on invasion, cause last I checked, we out here homeless, roaming on the streets while they can take a hint. You see, humanity for them sounds like human eating. Who doesn't know about the Mau Forest story? Leaving 16,000 people sorry. Yet we talk about land, so when we say land, which one do you really mean? Wachinga nini? Is there hope for this nation? Does it even exist? Because last I checked, we on probation. Too many debts got us chained. Thinking of our granddaughters and I'm pained. They already have 2.5 trillion debts to be paid. Welcome to Kenya, the Republic of China. Oh God of all creation.
Haki iwe ngao na mlinzi.
No justice be our shield and defender. No just ease is their shield and defense in their corrupted zones. Just ease and just ease got me confused badly. With what, $52 billion currently of debt? Yet 1964 to date, cases still pending. So tell me, who are we kidding? When there's no conviction on set, yet we out here still walking, saying itabidi tuzoe, and making hit songs from scandals, Mara Golden Bag, Mara Anglo Leasing, Mara NYS, hatujachoka sisi. Simikali, those costs cost us good schools. Our children in crowded classrooms while others lose their lives on crooked roofs. Those costs cost us education, with nearly 1 million children out of school, yet they talked of laptops. That's a gigantic flop. Those costs cost us healthcare. But how would they know? You barely fit in the 22-year-old man's shoe who had to smuggle a baby out of hospital to hang as assault deals. So how would you know? You're barely treated in these hospitals. Oh God of all creation, it takes bigwigs to die out of cancer for the government to do something. Takes a mother and a daughter to drown in the Indian Ocean for this government to do something. Takes the 10-month-old baby, may Samantha rest in peace, for the government to accept something. Takes 29 to be buried on landslides for the government to finish something. Takes many to die of starvation and drought, you remember, for the government to accept something. Yet we out here still talking bora uhai, as you high? Are we high? Ati natukai na undugu.
Natukae na undugu, amani na uhuru. Raha tupate na ustawi.
May we dwell in peace and unity. You know, Mwikali, peace for us was only found in 1 minute 50-second Kipchoge's win, Harambé's AFCON's build, and Teacher Tabichu's win. But this does not erase the political divide. Got us standing on each other like animals gone wild, fueled by those we call dealers. Sorry, I meant leaders. Leading us to the jaws of this violent extremism. I ain't naming names. You see, ain't no liberty in this room. The media is shut down. Strikes on. The civil society crack down. Economy up. Bako ground vitu ni different. Judiciary check, but they want to perpetuate. Executive check, but jamanini. Mnataka tufanye nini still on the airwaves? So, you know, we got acts, but no deeds. Got a constitution, but ain't sure of its implementation. Get 8,300 filthy rich people approximately living on 3,000 a day or even more. But we have 14.7 million people living in less than 100 shillings a day. Yet we out here chanting Bora Uhuru. Man, to be honest, we still hopeful on the hand check. I'm sorry, I meant hand shake.
We ngoja. Chill. Chill. You should have warned us. I had forgotten. It's been what, 5-6 years?
I know.
Spontaneous.
I know.
I had forgotten.
Yeah?
Thank you for waking me up.
You are welcome. I mean, we're only 6 months away from voting.
Yes,
so,
yes.
yeah.
So it is needed. And I'm sure you were not even done with that piece, but I was just like, so you're gonna take all the time. The show ends in 10 minutes. And I'll be okay, so what did she come? She was just we went on a spoken word commercial break. Spontaneous, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Lovely
Thank
to
you
see
so
you. Nick,
much.
karibu pia.
Asante pia.
Uko na vocals naona.
Asante sana.
I think before we talk about many other things, let's just talk about what is happening. There's an initiative that you are a part of.
Yes.
Yes, let's just get in there.
Okay, so I am part of Anika Initiative.
Yes.
You're the first person to actually host us back in the day. Guys, I'm blessed to have Mikali here today. So we did our first edition. It's
Yes.
called Gaining Grip Experience.
Yes.
And it's been a journey of 4 years. So now we're doing the 4th edition. The whole idea is to have the 16 days of activism, but with a key focus on different themes. For this year's theme, we are doing gender-based violence
Yes.
and human trafficking.
Okay.
And maybe someone would ask why, but we've lost so many people because of intimate partner abuse.
Yeah.
And because of Corona, not so many people have been able to speak out. So this year, normally we charge the show, but this year we thought, why not create a space for conversations? Let's create a channel, an outlet for so many people to just come and talk about the situations. And aside from talking, we bridge the gap between the persons who need the help and the experts.
Okay.
And so that's why we will be doing a panel discussion. And of course, as artists, lazima advocacy is done through art. We're using spoken word, poetry, and music. Our end game is to just influence and spur discussions and towards healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick, you're a part of this as well.
Yes.
And you know, we didn't get to even introduce you, and I'm so sorry, but we know he plays the guitar and he has amazing vocals. But
Thank
Nick,
you.
please introduce yourself and let us know what role you play in this as well.
My name is Nick Agesa. I'm a singer, songwriter, pianist, and guitarist.
Yes.
I've worked with Spontaneous for so long. We've been performing for Heart, which is the human trafficking organization that deals with solving human trafficking.
Okay.
And yeah, when she called me on this, I really wanted to work with her again, because like as Gaining Grip, we tend to address issues that face the society and face us all at large. So that's the important role I play in this. I come in with the music.
So you bring in your art to help
Yes.
push this conversation
Yes.
further, as everybody else, or probably as Spontaneous and other artists are doing.
Yeah.
But 4th edition, that means we had 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
How has the feedback been? Have we seen things change? Have we seen wheels turn? Are we shaking?
The system.
I've never had anyone break down our national anthem like that. I'm just like, why am I singing it again? I'm like, what? What is that?
I feel, so let me bring you back to the first edition.
Okay.
Where I would say it was a personal journey and an opportunity to finally talk about what I had to go through in terms of gender-based violence indirectly. And so that was the beginning of the healing. It started within and then went without.
Okay.
And so the first engagement was actually an album launch for Spontaneous to Gaining Grip. And yeah, it was beautiful. That was a personal development. But on to the second Gaining Grip edition, then now, so I was feeling really sad because a lot of posters had men on these posters. And I was asking myself, there's so many female artists out here,
Yes.
and they have so much to say and so much power. So why not create? I'm always thinking of Gaining Grip as a solution. And so we thought, why not create a safe space again for female artists to get to showcase?
Yes.
And through that, through the team, we also had the opportunity to collaborate with a South African artist called Nomonde Sky. And I feel like that was like one of the best and most impactful events we've had, because it's been ages to just see an all-female show, and mostly for spoken word scene. So that was just beautiful.
Oh,
And
how was the turnout?
it was amazing.
And did we incorporate like all the, probably most of the ladies who were willing,
Yes.
who are in the scene, to just be a part of that? That
Yes.
must have been beautiful.
I must admit, that was one of the, you know how you always just think of you're giving a solution and then you realize it's bigger than you.
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly how it felt.
Okay.
As for us, it was just a show for the female artists. And then it turned out to be a show where people share their stories through the art. It turned out to be a global conversation around where are the female spoken word artists in Kenya. And then it turned out to be, you can actually do further collaborations globally and make it happen. And so I'm just thankful that God actually showed us.
He showed
what
up
it
and
was,
showed
you
off.
know.
It's like awesome. Okay.
And I remember during that second edition, one of the artists actually broke down. I remember the first one I broke down. The second one, the other artist broke down, and it felt like it was hers, Ivy and Dambi.
Yeah.
And it was, I remember when she left the stage, she told me, thank you for helping me share my story. And that's what we're always fighting for, right?
Yeah.
In every
I have
performance
goosies.
showcase, you know, and to also just see young poets, because normally we also engage poets who are under the age of 10 years,
Okay.
to also get to just speak their mind and to just see how they are evolving. It's just beautiful. Sometimes I look back and I'm thinking, what
did
was
that.
I doing at that
I
age?
did that.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the third, onto the third edition. The third edition was now about gender stereotyping.
Okay.
And we had the opportunity to, of course, have discussions around gender stigmatization, the various perceptions in line with gender. And we also had an engagement on human trafficking awareness. You know, it's so funny because I've been on the human trafficking space, like Nick mentioned, for like 5 years. But this year was different, hence the fourth edition.
Okay.
This year, one of our friends got trafficked, you know, and you know how they usually say, up until the story comes closer home, you
yeah.
really do not.
Yeah.
It hit me for the first time that I've been
And you've been there for 5 years.
I've been there for 5 years, and it made me realize that I actually know nothing. You can only theoretically state
Yes.
what you have researched,
Yes.
what you have learned, but again, kwa ground vitu ni different.
Which is different.
That's when you realize the gaps. You realize how, even if you make, you advocate on social media, even if you advocate on television stations, if you do not have the right links of the people who actually do the rescue, then you can actually lose a life.
Yeah.
And it opened me up to more spaces. That's when I realized, now Heart Kenya actually helps out when it comes to reintegrating these individuals into the community.
Yeah.
But the question is, who's doing the rescuing from abroad to
here.
back home? That's when you realize, there's the IOM. You only read of IOM.
Yeah.
So now you ask yourself, how are you going to get linkages to IOM? Then you start looking around within your net. That's when I knew networks are your net worth.
Yes, that's
My
true.
friends.
We have a minute or less. And I just want to, it's less. They just went into my ear, less.
Oh.
So, fourth edition, I love that you've taken us through the journey of how it started and where we are at right now. And this is happening, it's happening during the 16 days of activism.
Yeah.
And we'd like to know where, and thank you. You said we can just show up.
Please show up.
So, ni wapi, sangapi, tufanyeje?
Okay, so it's going to be at YWCA, Mamlaka Road,
Yes.
near Serena Hotel. And it's going to start from 3 to 7
Okay.
p.m. We're going to be having conversations. We're going to be doing a film feature. We're going to be having performance showcases. Of course, Nika Gese.
Thank you.
And other amazing 7 artists like Willie Oeba, Samantha, who's 9 years of age. Yeah, that's just it. And please RSVP because there's a link. We only need 100 people.
Where are we RSVPing?
Anika Initiative on Facebook. Kindly just check. You'll get the information, or email us at anika.silentskills@gmail.com.
Social media handle, Mbio.
Spontaneous, the poet, everywhere.
Nick Agata, everywhere.
Great. Mwikali, it's Mwikali Mary. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you had an amazing day. I totally loved today's show, and I hope it was a blessing to you too. Thank you for choosing us every single day. We don't take it for granted. We love you. Asanteni sana. Have a beautiful day. See you guys tomorrow. Adios.